Okay students, now going to discuss about histology of alimentary canal. Histology means study about the tissues. Okay, and histology of the alimentary canal, if you observe the transverse section of the alimentary canal in the mammals, transverse section of the wall of the alimentary canal in the mammals, that shows the four layers. What are the four layers present in the wall of the alimentary canal? In this, first one is the serosa, second one is muscularis externa, third one is submucosa, fourth one is mucosa, from the outside to inside. And in this, first one is serosa. Serosa, it is made up by mesothelium. Mesothelium, it is produced from the mesoderm in the embryonic stage, and also it is with connective tissue. It is the outermost layer. And the second one is muscularis externa. Muscularis externa, it consists of two layers. In this outer longitudinal muscle layer, this is outer longitudinal muscle layer, and the inner circular muscle, this is the inner circular muscle. Okay students, and also these are muscularis externa, which consist of muscles. These are smooth muscles, involuntary muscles, and oblique muscles also present in stomach. Oblique muscles also present in the stomach region. Okay, next third one is submucosa. Third one is submucosa. What about the submucosa? This is the region is submucosa. Okay students, this is the region is submucosa, and in this submucosa, it is with loose connective tissue present in submucosa, and also nerves and the blood vessels, arteries and veins. Now, if you observe the submucosa of the duodenum is the first part of the small intestine, C-shaped structures, and it is also connected with the pancreas and the liver by hepatopancreatic duct. If you observe submucosa of the duodenum, it has Brunner glands. It consists of Brunner glands. Brunner glands secretes mucus. Okay students, now entered into the fourth layer, innermost layer it is, that is mucosa. Mucosa, it is the inner layer, and if you observe the stomach region, inner layer of the stomach, mucosa layer of the stomach, and forms the longitudinal folds. These are called gastric rugae. And in the small intestine, this is the inner layer, mucosa layer, that forms the small finger-like structures, projections, which are called villi. These are called villi. Okay, and villi are entered into the lumen of the small intestine. And another one, these are the villi lined with the columnar epithelial cells. Columnar epithelial cells present in villi produces microscopic projections. These are the microscopic projections are called microvilli. Students, microvilli shows the breast border appearance in the region of small intestine. And if you observe each villus consists of blood capillaries, and one of the largest lymph capillary, that is called lacteal. Each villus that consists of blood capillaries, and also largest lymph capillary, that is called lacteal. Okay students, and mucosa epithelium, the innermost layer, which is called mucosa. The layer shows the mucosa epithelium. Mucosa epithelium has goblet cells in some regions. In some region of the mucosa epithelium also consist of goblet cells. The cells present in the mucosa epithelium mucosa epithelium modified into goblet cells. These are the goblet cells secretes mucus. Goblet cells secretes mucus. And under mucosa forms glands. Mucosa forms glands in some regions of the alimentary canal. Mucosa of the stomach forms the gastric glands in the stomach, which secretes the gastric juice. And another mucosa of the small intestine. If you observe villi at the base part of the villi, that shows the crypts of the liver cones. Crypts of the liver cones. Okay, mucosa in the small intestine that shows the villi, and if you observe the base of the villi, that shows the crypts of the liver cone. Crypts of the liver cone are also considered as intestinal glands, which secretes intestinal juice into the lumen of the small intestine. Okay students, this is about the histology of the alimentary canal. The wall from the outside to inside consists 4 layers. First one is serosa, second one is muscularis externa, third one is submucosa, and fourth one is the mucosa. Mucosa shows the villi and the microvilli, and mucosa of the region in the alimentary canal that goes to the formation of the modification of the gastric glands and intestinal glands. Okay students? Okay students, I am going to discuss about digestive glands. Digestive glands locates at the different parts of the alimentary canal, helps in the digestion of the food particles. Digestive glands secretes juice. Some amount of the secretions helps in the digestion of the food particles, and includes with salivary glands, gastric glands, intestinal glands, and also associated with liver and the pancreas. In this, first one is salivary glands. Salivary glands in the human beings, these are 3 paired in number. Okay, and first one is parotid glands. Parotid glands are largest salivary glands present below the pinna. Pinna means outer ear, external ear. Okay, below the pinna. These are located below the pinna. Next, submandibular glands, also called submaxillary glands. These are the glands present at the angle of the lower jaw. And third pair is sublingual glands. Sublingual glands, these are smallest glands and present below the tongue. Okay, and salivary glands consist of serous cells and the mucous cells, and which secretes the saliva. Salivary glands consist of serous cells, mucous cells, secretes saliva. And saliva consists of water, salts, mucin, ptyalin, or salivary amylase or alpha amylase enzyme, and also with a small quantity of the lysozyme enzyme, which kills the microorganisms present in the food, okay, in oral cavity. This is about the salivary glands. Next, another one is the gastric glands. Gastric glands is present in the wall of the stomach and formed by epithelium in the wall of the stomach. Okay, next 3 types of the gastric glands are there in the stomach wall. This first one is the cardiac glands. Cardiac glands secretes mucus. Cardiac glands secretes mucus. What is the role of the mucus? Mucus lines the inner surface of the intestine, and it reduces the inflammation from microorganisms. And pyloric glands also secretes mucus and also secretes gastrin hormone. Gastrin hormone stimulates the release of the gastric acid. Okay students, it is about the gastrin hormone. And fundic glands also called auxiliary glands. Fundy glands, auxiliary glands consist of three types of the cells. What are the three types of the cells? First one is the neck cells. Neck cells secretes mucus. And another one of the cell, peptic cells. Peptic cells are also called chief cells. Peptic cells, chief cells secretes proenzymes. Proenzymes are pepsinogen and prorenin. These are called proenzymes. And lipase enzyme, lipase, it is the lipase enzyme secretes by gastric glands, hence called gastric lipase. And under axanthic cells also called parietal cells. Axanthic cells are parietal cells which secretes HCl, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid helps in destruction of the microorganisms, enters into the mouth, and also helps in breakdown of the protein molecules. And causes intrinsic factor. Causes intrinsic factor helps in absorption of the vitamin B12. Okay, this is about the gastric glands. Next, another one is the intestinal glands. Intestinal glands are two types. Okay, these are also formed by epithelium in the small intestine, and two types. First one is the crypts of the liver cone. What about the crypts of the liver cone? Okay, already you know about the villi. Okay, between the base of the villi there is a crypts of the liver cone. Crypts of the liver cone secretes intestinal juice, also called succus entericus. Intestinal juice, also called succus entericus. Intestinal juice consists of peptidases. These are tripeptidases, dipeptidases, aminopeptidases, and disaccharides also present. These are maltase, sucrase, lactase. These are disaccharidases, and intestinal lipase. Okay, students, intestinal lipase is also present, and also one of the activator enzyme, that is enterokinase. These are present in the intestinal juice which is secreted by crypts of the liver cone. Next, Brunner glands. Another one is the Brunner glands. It is one type of the intestinal glands. These are present at the region of the duodenum. Okay, students, and duodenum part of the small intestine consists of Brunner glands, locates in the submucosa. Okay, already you know about the mucosa and submucosa. Okay, next secretes, Brunner glands secretes mucus. Okay, next what is the role of the Paneth cells? Paneth cells, bases of the intestinal glands, bases of the intestinal glands, lined with another type of the cells called Paneth cells. These are the Paneth cells secretes lysozyme enzyme. Okay, students, this is about the different types of the digestive glands, salivary glands and the gastric glands. Another one is the intestinal glands.